Hey guys, what's up? As you know, every week we are making a new project and we are learning a new JavaScript feature also. So in this week also, we'll make a professional project. There we will learn about web component, or we can say custom element. Component is very similar to the like Angular, Vue, React. There we are making the component, and between them we are doing the coordination also. Similar to that, we can make the component into JavaScript only, and we can communicate between them also through the dispatch event. So in this project we will learn the one more web API feature is custom component. And guys, this is our 10th JavaScript project. You guys can go and check it out into JavaScript playlist. Let's see the demo of it. As you guys can see the screen, here I made a clone of Netflix, or you can say similar to the Netflix. Here we have the list of the movies, and if I select a movie, that background is changing, even the detail is also changing. And when I click on this one, I can see the more information about the movie also. And guys, this card, this dialogue I made through the web component only, or you can say custom element. We are passing the data from this card to the parent function, so that parent functions can get the information which card is selected, and over here we can change the informations, right? So let's understand by the coding. So in the code, so I made a 3 blank file, guys. This is app.js. There we will write down the JavaScript code, HTML for the layout purpose, and CSS for styling purpose. We'll create a HTML5 template. Inside in it, we will add the script tag and style tag. Script I'm adding in the below of this body tag, and style I'm adding into head part. So style I required on the top, because once the DOM is creating the page, we require the style to the element. This JavaScript functionality will do after our DOM is loaded properly. In this style file, guys, I'm writing down this CSS. Here is the one new thing. Here I'm using the root pseudo class. So root pseudo class is used, guys, whenever we wanted to make some global variable. Means some variables we wanted to define on a root level. So what is the root over here? Document. So at the document level, I'm just wanted to define some variable so that this variable will be applicable all the child, right? And these are the variable like background color. And how to access this variable? Very simple. We can make the variable -, and through the var keyword we can access this variable. So one time we will create and we can access it number of the places. And this is very similar to we are creating the variable in the SAS. Right? So this is the benefit. We can make it at one place and our maintenance will become easy. And rest everything is the very basic CSS only. You guys can just go through it. Please let me know if you have any doubt. We will discuss it also. So in the HTML, first we will make the heading, and this is our heading. Netflix is the name I'm just putting it. And here I'm using the one main tag. Inside in it, we will make it our sections. First section I'm making it is the feature content, that we will display the, you can say, hero image, the big image, right? The background image, this one. So inside the feature info, we will create the heading and rating and one more detail button. So this will be the heading, and here we will write down some rating, means movies rating, meaning is this one, and the more detail. Heading will become whichever the movie we selected. So below this section, we will create a one more sections. There we will show the list of movie in the card. So this we will called movie container, and inside in it we will make a div of the movies row. Okay, so all the movies we will place inside in it. So inside in it app.js, first we will create the data. So that movie collection will show in the card or even the dialog also. So inside in it we have the few property. First we will show the title, year when the movie released, the poster of the movie, and the background poster. Poster of the movie we will make it the small, that we will show on the card. Background poster we will show on a dashboard, or you can say hero image, that is this is. And we are showing the rating that we can show on the dialog also, and over here also. And finally we have description. Description we will show only on dialog. So over here, first we will create a document, add event listener of DOM content loaded. So once our DOM is ready, we will make a functions populate movies, and inside in it we will create the cards. So this function will call in document content loaded, and inside in it we will write down if movie data we have length, then we will call update feature content. Why I'm making the function? Because this function we will call at number of the places. Here we'll pass the first movie. This is actually first movie. So this meaning is the feature one. Feature is basically, guys, this area. So we are just showing the first movie. So whichever the movie we loaded, the first movie will be show as a background of this one. So that is actually we are passing this one. So then after that we will make the function of this and here we'll receive the movie. Right, now we need to load the movie on feature content. And feature content means, guys, this is the area. First we are preparing this one. So we will write down, first we will get the feature content through the get document by ID. We can get this one feature content. So first we will get the feature content. In the feature content, we can write down the style dot background image. You can see all the style property, we can access it, and this background image we need to access it. And this is also correct. In CSS we can write down URL and the image path. So whatever the image we wanted to put in a background, that we can write down like a. After that we will write down the feature info. Feature info means this one, guys, this feature info. So we'll access the feature info through the class only. So we will access through the query selector, right? So once we'll get this one feature info, then we'll write down feature info dot query selector. Inside in it we will get the h2 tag, and I think we made h2 only, yes, and we need to write down the title of it. So we'll just simply say text content and movie title. So this will display over here, and one more thing, inside it we need to read the year rating also. So we'll read year rating, and we'll write down the movie year and the year rating also. Both the thing we will actually through the template literal, right? So this is the template literal by which we can concatenation the string, and we are just displaying it over here. So till here we made it. Now hope actually our first movie should be displayed. Now let's see on the browser, and on browser we can see inceptions and the rating also, right? But why we cannot see the background image? And even if you will see, the first movie is Inception only, but why we cannot see the image? Because we does not have any image over here. So first let's actually add all the images. So we'll make a one folder images, and let me copy all the images, copy, and we'll paste it. Okay, so I added all the images over here. Now let's go on a browser and refresh it. Now we can see our images came. Now we need to make the below card. We need to make a movies card, means we need to make a web component. To make a web component, to separate this logic of it, I'm just making a new file. So movie card, we'll add the movie card over here, and movie dot card. So movie hyphen card we added over here. After that, so here we'll make a class, and this is JavaScript class, guys. So movie card, and we will extend this class to the HTML element, and we will write down. So extend means inheritance. Okay, so we are inheriting this base class over here. Now in a constructor we'll write down super. Super means the parent function I wanted to call it. Okay, and yes, this is the one more thing, attach shadow. Attach shadow, it's coming from the whatever the class we just adding it, the parent class, and we can see this is attach shadow. Attach shadow is creating a shadow root element and return it. So guys, web component is behave like is a totally independent component. Means web component have their JavaScript, HTML, and the CSS role. So whatever it has, it is a complete solution. So its style is also not actually changing from outside. Okay, and we have attach shadow. Attach shadow, we have the two things. One is to open and another one is to close. Open means actually we can access from the outside the shadows element. If we will make the close, so we cannot access from the outside element. And if somebody wanted to know more about it, then he can go on this website, and there we have the complete documentation of attach shadow. Here we can see attach shadow open means element of the shadow root accessible through the JavaScript outside the root. Okay, close means deny actually, and this is the mode. Similar to that, other than mode also we have so many options also, that also we can use if we have required it. But these are the two main things we require it over here. So whenever we need to make a web component, guys, and if you wanted to access that web component outside the JavaScript, like some element I wanted to access or modification we want, then we should write down the mode open. Next thing is, suppose in this card I wanted to write down some logic. After all the logic is wrote, we need to write down the custom element, and we need to define our custom element. This is the custom element movie card. So wherever we require the movie card, we will access like an HTML, like we are doing in React and Angular component only, right? But this we will use it into HTML only. So right now we don't require, so I'm just commenting it. Okay, and we need to write down the logic inside in it now. This define function, guys, using only constructor. So class is actually good example of the constructor. Otherwise we need to make a function constructor. That was the legacy JavaScript exactly we have, but right now we have the class, so we will use the class only. After that we will make a one function, that is connected callback. And connected callback is a guys special function that is actually we get through the custom element only, or you can say web component. and that is each time will be called for the render the component. So connected callback functions called each time the element is added to the document, right? So what else we have option, we can use the constructor also, but we should not use the constructor guys, because constructor is to help us to make the object of this current class. So we should use always the connected callback, and inside in it we will call this render functions. And in the class, whenever we need to call any function, we should use this keyword. So this is actually the actual thing we need to be return it, or we can say render, or you can say UI of it, right? Here I'm using the one of the JavaScript concept destructuring. So this is the object, we will receive it from somewhere. From that object we will extract these property: title, year, poster, and rating. Okay, so data set we will get it from the parent component, and we will receive it over here. Inside in it we need to be write down the logic. Yes, this dot shadow root dot inner HTML. Shadow root means inside the shadow root all the CSS and HTML will be goes inside in it. Outside it won't be impact anything, so we should be write down inside in it. So I'm just putting all the style inside in it only, and even the HTML also. These are the style and HTML guys, and this is simple one. Host. Yes, and this is also new thing guys. Why we need to be required the host? In this project we discuss about the root also, but what is the meaning of the host? Please write down the comment if somebody know about the host, or please do Google and tell me the right definition of why we should use the host. And one more thing you should tell me, what is the difference between host and root? Why we have these two things, and even actually behaving look like as both are the same. So you should find out the answer of it. Okay, and after that we have image, info, h3 and p tag. That means we are showing image, h3 and p tag over here, and this is our HTML part, and above we have style part, right? Finally, after all these things, we will write down this dot shadow root dot query selector. Inside this shadow root, okay, we will find out the div tag. So this is the div, so this div. Then after that we will write down one add event listener, because on this div we will click it, then we wanted to do something. So we'll write down, and we will write down this dot handle click, and we need to write down the bind also. Okay, I'll tell about the bind. Okay, and now this handle click will write down the below it. What is this bind? So guys, in JavaScript we have bind, call, and apply three things. Bind is just making the copy in a memory, and wherever we are using this reference, replace with whatever the object we will pass it. Sometime the bind method has to be used to prevent losing this keyword. Okay, so in JavaScript this is actually losing. Somewhere it will take the reference of the current object, somewhere is taking the reference of the windows. So to resolve that problem we need to use the bind, and inside in bind we can pass any object, but right now we are using this keyword. This means current object of this class. Next thing is, when we click it over here, we will write down an event and new custom event. So this event also we discussed guys in the last video, guys can check it out there. And the event name is, we need to give like the click event we have, so similar to that we can give some event name. So I'm just giving movie selected, and here we can pass the number of data or the properties. So first we are passing the bubble, so here are true, and if we have some option, all are the optional only, but main thing is if you need to be send some data, we will send it into the detail only. Inside in it we'll send it, and data means actually we are sending it title, year, poster, and rating, all these things actually. So here we'll set it title, this one is correct, year is correct, poster is correct, rating is also fine, and we need to be add the two more thing, that is actually this one. And so we will get it all the information over here, right? Finally this event is ready, right? We need to dispatch the event, so we'll say dispatch event and this event, right? Dispatch event means we are sending this event and somebody need to receive it also, right? So this way we can make the custom event. So now the next part is, we need to be use this movie card to render the card. So we'll use it over here, and we don't require all this data, I'm just collapsing it, and we'll use it over here. So first is, we will make the container, and movie container or container. Here we'll make the document dot query selector, and here we will get this movie. So inside in it container we need to be add the one by one card. So we'll write down, we will run a loop on the movie data. For each one by one movie we'll receive it over here, and now we will populate the card. So now inside in it we'll create a card. So we'll write down constant card equal to create movie card, and we will pass the movie, right? And this movie card, I'm just creating it over here, functions create movie card, and we need to write down some logic it over here. Finally, once we get a card, we will add on a container. So this is our container, and simply append child one by one card. Whichever the card will come first, after that next card will be after that. So this is the way it will run on the loop. Now we need to write down one logic over here. Okay, so now we will make constant card and document dot create element, and this time we don't need to create a div. This time we will create our custom element, and our custom element is movie card. So we will make the movie card over here. Next thing, dataset is actually one of the property, we have it over here. So we'll add it dataset dot title, and we will get the title from the movie object, movie dot title. Right, so like we will add the all the properties. So here we have all the properties. Finally we should return the card also, so that we will receive the card over here and we will append it over here. Right, let's save it and let's see on the browser. So we'll go there and we can see all our movie card is, we have it over here. Right, and when I click it, something will happen? No, because I didn't write down any click event over here. Right, so here we will write down a simple logic, guys. Document dot add event listener. We'll write down what is our event name is movie selected. So this is our event name, movie selected. So once this event will be fired, so what we want to be handling it. So we want to be handled in this event also. We'll get the detail, right? Whatever the detail we are passing from here, all this detail. So we'll get it over here. This detail we will pass to the updated feature, and you can see updated feature is already made. Means we will actually change the background picture of it. Let's save it and just test it the functionality of it. So I'm just clicking on this one. Yes, it's working, guys. You can see it's working well, right? So it's changing it, keep changing it. So this is also done. Now the final thing is we need to click and we need to make a dialog also, and that is also we should make through the web component only. So here we will make a one more file, movie dialog or movie model .js, and this JS also we wanted to use into HTML only. And guys, this time we will use it over here. So we'll write down movie dialog on movie model we made, right? And why we need to be required it over here? Because we want that custom element should be registered over here. So this will become only when the JavaScript will be loaded first, right? So that's why we required. So let's make it a custom element. Similar to the last one, we will make a class and we will define a custom element movie model. Inside it, we need to be write down one constructor, super and attached, same thing. And definitely we need to use one connected callback also, and inside it we will call a render function, same concept, right? And here we'll write down the render of it, and here we'll write down the render functions. This is simple render functions. Here we have style and the HTML part only. Okay, and the last time we have style HTML part, and even actually we are finding and clicking it also. So now we will do the click event also, but separately we'll do. Okay, so to do the separate means so that you will understand different approach also. So here I'm making one functions, and inside in it we will write down the event. So event is this one, guys. Event means this button, right? So when we click the button, I want the dialog should be closed. So that logic should be come over here. Okay, and this event listener I will call it over here. When we will, after the render, we will call it this one. Okay, and inside it we will write down the one close functions, and this close function we will define it over here. So in class we don't need to write down function, directly we can write down. Remember this one also. Here we'll write down style.display of none. Of which style? Of this web component style. Okay, that way will become the none. So we are just closing this dialog. Now we need to write down one more thing, guys. We need to make a one function open dialog, or we can say we will receive the movie data, and inside in it we need to write down logic. So here inside in it movie data we will get it all this property. So through the destructuring property of the JavaScript we will get it all this property, and through this model class that is actually in shadow root, meaning is this one. Okay, now we need to be display all this information. So we will receive the shadow root, and inside in it we will change the image, rating, descriptions, everything, right? We will change it one by one in the model. And finally to display we need to change the style it also. So style display flags. Our web component is ready. Now we need to be just open the web component. To open the web component we need to be click the detail button, right? So we required one event actually. Over here we will make it document dot get element by id This is the ID of the button, and here we'll write down the one listener. So first we will find out the movies, which movie user wanted to see in the dialogue, right? So to find out the movie, guys, we can use it this h2 tag also, meaning is this one. So here we will get the movie name. That movie name we will receive over here, and through the data we will check which feature movie somebody wanted to be see as a detail of it. And finally that movie we will pass to the model, right? And we require the model also, so we'll make constant model, and this is our model, and model we will receive over here like that, right? So our movie model always will be there. We are just hiding and showing it over there, and loading the inside in it we are changing the property. Finally, once we get a model over here, we will call the function of the model is open, and inside in it we will pass the feature movies. This is a feature movie, right? And one more thing, guys, this is query selector, not a get element by ID, because this is an element, okay? And let's save it. Let's see on the browser. We'll go there. Suppose I wanted to see the detail of this movie, and when I click it I can see it also, right? And it's working well. So I think we achieved all the functionality of it. So that's it, guys. You guys can do the practice. You guys will get the source code link into description of the video. There you can download the source code, take the reference of it, and just make it actually similar to this one. In the next week also we'll make a new project, and we will learn the new functionality of the JavaScript. So till the time, guys, you can do the coding. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video. Till the time, happy coding.